All right, Shalom. First, I can start by saying our praise to Yahweh, about Shem Shai, about Shimon Kakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. This is going to be a quick lesson. Kim Jong-un threatens using nuclear weapons against South Korea. So I'm going to go ahead and press play on this video and add some precepts.
With world attention focused on the Middle East and fears of further escalation between Iran with its nuclear program and nuclear-armed Israel, the rhetoric from North Korea's Kim Jong-un is getting less international attention. This week, he repeated a warning. If South Korea used armed forces against his country, North Korea would, without hesitation, use all its attack capabilities. And he said the use of nuclear weapons is not ruled out, though he later said, "We have no intention of attacking South Korea." This week saw a massive annual military parade in South Korea, including a US bomber, where South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol vowed the end of the North Korean regime if it ever used a nuclear weapon. So, add the Korean Peninsula to the global list of problems in the next president's in-tray. The two candidates offering very different approaches.
I got along very well. North Korea, Kim Jong-un, I got along very well with him. He'd like to see me back, too. I think he misses me, if you want to know the truth.
I will not cozy up to tyrants and dictators like Kim Jong-un who are rooting for Trump.
Increasing the complexity, many burning international issues are interwoven. In Ukraine, it's now highly likely that North Korean soldiers are fighting for Russia, South Korea's defense minister says. Kim Jong-un wished President Putin a happy birthday this week, a friendship both sides have had reason to celebrate. During the Russian leader's visit in June, they signed a comprehensive strategic partnership. The US suspects that means sharing more weapons and perhaps even nuclear secrets.
We continue to be incredibly concerned by the expanding security relationship between North Korea and Russia, both for the support that North Korea continues to provide to Russia to prosecute its illegal war against Ukraine, and for the prospect of Russia assisting North Korea in ways that ultimately will be destabilizing to the Korean Peninsula.
Kim's confidence is growing. Last month, he was pictured visiting centrifuges that can produce fuel for nuclear bombs. Last year, he brought his daughter to inspect missiles.
This is my honor.
The years when Kim Jong-un was prepared to meet with President Trump and perhaps negotiate are a memory now. The next president may have to deal with a very different North Korea. Tom, the relationship between President Putin and Kim Jong-un is not new. President Putin knew Kim Jong-un's father, Kim Jong-il. But the closeness between the two men and the two countries, that is increasingly unusual. U.S. intelligence estimates that North Korea shipped 16,000 crates of munitions to Russia in the past year. And Russia says it is helping North Korea with its space program. There are tensions too between China and North Korea, between China and Russia and Iran. That may be an opportunity for a future administration. Tom?
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
Right. So, this is the time we're living in, the time of war, and as you can see, the Russians and North Korea have teamed up and been helping each other, man. And Russia is going to protect North Korea, because they got pacts and stuff together. And as you can see, they said they family knew each other. or Kim Jong-un's father knew Putin, you know, and then if I'm not mistaken, Kim Jong-un's father was assassinated. That's something I had to look back into, but I could have sworn he was assassinated, and I forgot. But anyways, yeah. So as far as North Korea and South Korea goes, they've been at it for a minute. Kim Jong-un flew trash balloons filled with manure over into South Korea. And the recent thing with South Korea is North Korea said they flew drones in North Korea or somewhere around North Korea. Give me a second because I got the article. All right, yeah, so this is North Korea accuses South of flying drones over capital. Let me see. Threatens all means of attack if it happens again, including nuclear missiles. North Korea already threatened South Korea with nuclear missiles previously. Then you got on the Washington Post, North Korea says frontline units ready to strike South Korea if more drones appear. Right, so they gearing up for war, man. And Russia is going to defend North Korea, you know. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Right? I'm going to jump to verse 8. A time of love, a time to love, and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. We're living in a time of war. That's why so many threats are going back and forth between the two. And they keep doing little actions to provoke each other. But it's not yet. Very much will can pop off, just like what's going on with Israel and other nations. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. It says, "And you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Right, so with them, it's the rumors of war stage right now, man. You know, Slakia, WW3 hasn't started yet, or the Battle of Armageddon hasn't started yet, you know. So, but they very much well can start before that time, you know, but only time to tell. That's why, you know, just keep up with the news, because the news is the prophecy. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1, it says, "And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog," which is the Russians. Slakia, "the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, Right, turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws was the Lord bringing the Russians back into that communist mentality. You know, they already made pacts and trying to join the former USSR nations together. You know, Ukraine was a part of that. You know, that's one of the reasons why there's a big fight going on. Because the U.S. and other nations is trying to use Ukraine, you know, to get to Russia. But it says, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. Even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. This is for the battle of Armageddon. Persia, the Iranians, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee, right, North Korea included. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Russia is going to be a guard unto the North Koreans. You know, when World War III pop off, and you know, even now they're aiding them with they said with helping them with their space space engines, spacecraft and stuff like that. And you know, they're helping them on many other fronts, and North Korea is helping them also. You know, so that's what you call prophecy. That's lining the prophecies up and knowing who gonna be with who when the day come. You know, the Lord is making it more and more evident. You know, but you know, this ain't nothing new. You know, they just keep threatening each other and doing, you know, things to get each other madder. You know, they escalate a situation, then they de-escalate, escalate, de-escalate. But, you know, this is totally up to the Lord for when they attack, when they, like, really, like, go head to head. Proverbs 21:1, the king's heart or the king's mind is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will, right? So the Lord's controlling the minds of the kings, the presidents, the elites, you know, that's behind these countries. You know, that's why they can escalate to where, like Iran situation, they shot all the missiles over there, but Israel didn't go and, you know, just start a all-out war with Iran behind doing it, you know. They probably then made some certain attempts and, you know, did certain things to strike back, but they didn't start an all-out war. That's because the Lord's controlling this battle. Same thing with North Korea and South Korea. Same thing with the Russians and the U.S. The Lord is controlling the minds of these kings. You know, because it's all going to be done you know, according to his will when he wanted it to happen, because those are other pieces or you know, other steps closer to World War III, you know. You know what? And I'm going to go ahead and end it with that being said. Call Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. Give honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well. And salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.